They said it was a miracle he was found alive, but not everyone agreed. We need to talk about the mysterious case of Ryker Webb. It was summer 2022 in Montana. The family of 3-year-old Ryker Webb were living near the Bull Lake area, an area just surrounded by absolute natural beauty. It was a Friday afternoon, and apparently the family had had a very normal day right up until Ryker vanished. His family were like, yeah, he was just outside playing with the family dog. We went inside for a second, came back out, and he was gone. And it was very weird because the dog was actually not acting unusual at all. It wasn't barking or yelping to like alert that anybody had been there or taken Ryker. He also hadn't followed Ryker to where he'd obviously disappeared to, so that was weird too. So the family searched around, they were calling out, they were shouting for Ryker, but couldn't find him absolutely anywhere. Now, one of the things that people really did cling to in the early stages of this case, and kind of still to this day actually, is the fact that the family didn't actually report him missing for 2 hours. Now, it was very strange because surely you'd call for the emergency services, seeing as the area is known to have a lot of dangerous wild animals like bears. Even if you didn't presume that he had been abducted, you would surely want like professional help with that. The press got wind of Ryker's disappearance immediately, and suddenly everybody in the area and in the country was talking about it. It was plastered all over the news. A huge search was launched. Helicopters, drones, ATVs were scouring the area. There was a massive search and rescue mission. They were like, if we're going to find this child alive, we need a lot of manpower. As time went on and as the temperature started to drop, honestly, people started to get less and less hopeful. A code red alert was sent out, which basically pleaded for families in the area to check any like sheds or outhouses that they had got, just in case Ryker was sheltering anywhere. As if it wasn't bad enough already, huge thunderstorms began. It was like, God, if this wasn't treacherous enough. People started to be like, okay, if this child hasn't been eaten alive by a bear or something, he's definitely going to have hypothermia by now. But then a tiny clue, which kind of gave people a little bit of hope. Rescuers found small rocks that had been turned over. Now, it sounds like not much, but it was very much something like a little child would do if they were looking for bugs. It went 48 hours before any news. Genuinely, people were like, he's dead. He's a 3-year-old boy. He's not going to be still alive out in the wilderness. Then a family heard a tiny whimpering noise coming from their shed. 2 miles from Ryker's home, somebody found a little boy cowering in a lawnmower bag. Immediately, the image of Ryker being found went viral. Everyone was like, oh my God, his eyes, he looks like he has been through it. He got raced to the hospital and miraculously only had like a few scratches on him. Although most people were overjoyed that he was found, others were like, there's something really weird going on here. They were like, wait a second, this makes no sense. How did a little boy manage to get 2 miles from his home and not succumb to the elements? How does he wander over 2 miles? How does he not get hypothermia? And some people immediately started blaming the family, like I said, for not reporting him missing early enough. People were like, this is a child neglect case. Obviously, Ryker was only 3 when this happened, so it was difficult to kind of ask him and get an accurate account of what he'd been through. But he apparently told his brother that he saw a person in a house, and when he was kind of talking about the time when he was missing, he kept saying we. People wonder if he was actually kidnapped. Was he with somebody else? Was this the we he was talking about? And then as soon as it started to get spread over social media and on the news, did this person get scared and just abandon him? I'm really interested what you guys think. Please leave your theories in the comments.